Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. As always, your host with the most, Ghost. Trying to get my thing set up quickly here, guys. Today, we got episode 9 of the Attitude Era review series, Summerslam 1998, live from Madison Square Garden. $21,588 in attendance. Several times on commentary, they did say that there was like 23,000 fans there. I don't think that's true. Before we get into it, guys, subscribe to the channel and comment down below your overall thoughts. Let me know what you thought of SummerSlam in 1998. Got our special setup here for the Attitude Era review series, from the Royal Rumble all the way up to Rock Bottom in 1998. This was a great year for pay-per-view covers and a great year for, just creativity and different things like that. I mean, these guys had some great pay-per-views in 1998. SummerSlam. This will be the first SummerSlam of the series. I'm not sure yet when I'll completely end the Attitude Era review series. I'm guessing I'll end the series around 2002 at some point. Probably Backlash 2002 will be the official end of the Attitude Era review series. So join me, guys. Join me as we continue our journey through the Attitude Era, through some great times in wrestling. Our first match of the night will be D'Lo Brown versus Val Venis for the European Championship. At the beginning of the show, JR says that it is the 10th annual SummerSlam. It's actually the 11th. SummerSlam began in 1988. It would be 10 years from SummerSlam. It would be the 11th annual SummerSlam. 88, 89, 90. 98 equals 11. And by the way, at the end of the video, I will show you screenshots of the actual event that are courtesy of the WWF Magazine. This is my first WWF Magazine I ever got. It's got Val Venis on the cover. This is an issue from, it says November 98, but it was probably printed in September or maybe October. And these were $5 in Canadian back in the day, back in 1998. So, back to D'Lo Brown and Val Venis. These guys were great guys of the Attitude Era. They definitely served their purpose in the European Championship division. D'Lo Brown is still wearing the chest protector. And early on, D'Lo Brown gets the advantage. Edge is spotted in the Garden early on in the show here. We get a leg drop and a drop kick for a couple near falls on Val Venis. Val's back is given out here, and he misses the slam. D'Lo misses Q here. D'Lo hits a sky high and a DDT for a couple more near falls. Hits a power slam. Val goes for the money shot. D'Lo gets the knees up. And D'Lo slips the power bomb, and he gets him back up for a running power bomb. So these guys were obviously fatigued here. You know, these things do happen where you might slip up on a move, but luckily Val wasn't dropped on his head here. You know, things could get ugly in a hurry when things like that happen. So after the running power bomb, D'Lo Brown goes up to the top for the lowdown. Val moves out of the way. Val Venis pulls the chest protector off of D'Lo Brown, shoves the referee out of the way, and the ref calls for the DQ. D'Lo Brown obviously retaining the European title. After the match, Val Venis, he slams the referee down, Jimmy Corderas, and Val Venis hits a money shot on Jim Corderas. So, craziness. So, Michael Cole is backstage with Mankind, and Mankind's ride had been destroyed on Sunday Night Heat. His hearse has been destroyed. Later on, it would be revealed Stone Cold Steve Austin destroyed it. So, second match of the night, we got ICP, who accompany the Oddities down to the ring, versus Kai and Tai in a 4-on-3 match. Kai and Tai is a combined weight of 808 pounds for the four of them, where the Oddities are about 350 apiece here. Maybe 400 with Golga and Giant Silva. Just some huge men there. This match is a total mismatch. Golga, Silva, Kurgan dominate early on. Funaki and Teo suplex Golga. And we get all four members of Kai and Tai hitting splashes on Golga. Kurgan and Silva chokeslam all four, you know, double chokeslams to all four members. Golga comes in, splashes down on all four. Oddities win the match. Pretty clear here. Third match of the night. They're wasting no time getting down to the matches tonight. By the way, this was dubbed the Highway to Hell SummerSlam. August 30th, 1998. So, the hair versus hair match, X-Pac versus Double J. Southern Justice is quickly sent backstage, and Sergeant Slaughter and the Fink are with X-Pac here. Fink has a new haircut, courtesy of Double J. So it's a good back and forth match early on. Double J hits the figure 4 on X-Pac. We get a X Factor from X-Pac for a long 2-count ad. You know, there's these times where, you know, the referee is pretty consistent in his count, and other times where it just seems like that 1-2 is an eternity. These are some very good near falls here. X-Pac hits the Bronco Buster, and he tries it again after the X Factor, and he gets the low blow from Jarrett, and Jarrett knocks down Fink. Southern Justice come out with the guitar. X-Pac blocks the guitar shot from Southern Justice. X-Pac bashes Jeff Jarrett in the head, winning the match. And Southern Justice are like going crazy, like he cheated to win. Headbangers, Outlaws, Draws, all running out to, they're holding down Jarrett in a chair here. And they're all cutting Jeff Jarrett's hair. Doc Hendricks is now at the Lion's Den. He's interviewing, or he's not interviewing anyone, he's just giving us a glimpse of it. I really like the Lions Den match. I really wish they would have brought it back for Brock Lesnar at one point, but I guess it's not going to happen. Michael Cole is backstage again. He's with The Rock now. He's with the Intercontinental Champion. He's with the People's Champion. The Rock was great here, saying how he's going to retain the Intercontinental Championship and all this. Fourth match of the night, we got Mark Mero and Jacqueline taking on Sable and a mystery partner. And Sable says, "Let me introduce you to my partner now." Out comes Edge. He's the undefeated rookie at this point in time. 1998, guys. So, Sable and Edge are pretty much countering everything that Mero and Jackie are throwing at him. You know, we do get a downward spiral from Edge and a Sable Karana for the win. It wouldn't be until a little bit later that I think Sable would start doing a Sable Bomb. So, it was a pretty quick match here. These mixed tags are on and off. This one was pretty decent, but so far this pay-per-view has been moving along pretty quickly with a lot of gimmick matches, so to say, but pretty good so far. So after the match, Michael Cole is backstage with Mick Foley again, or Mankind. And McMahon shows up, and Mick Foley says he should just give it up. Kane hasn't showed up yet, and, you know, McMahon starts saying, "This is the Garden, you can make history tonight by retaining your tag titles," and he starts handing Foley, like, cookie sheets and all this shit, and he's giving Foley words of encouragement, and I'm pretty sure there's that, some type of candle in there. And he's saying, you know, here it's a no-holds-barred match. You can, you know, use anything you want. And it's pretty funny how, you know, McMahon's feeding into Mick Foley and Foley's buying it, all this stuff. Which we would later see, you know, leading up into Survivor Series and all that. The BS that McMahon would do to Foley. So, fifth match of the night. We got the Lions Den match. I liked it quite a bit. It's not actually in the Madison Square Garden, the physical arena. Or it's in the physical arena. It's in a different section, which they call the theater of Madison Square Garden. So we see some pretty cool stuff in this. There's no ropes. It's a plain cage. It's similar to the Octagon. So we see like springboard clotheslines from Shamrock. He tries again, but Owen power slams him. Owen locks in a Boston Crab and then a Dragon Sleeper. Shamrock counters, hits the armbar, hits the ankle lock. Owen taps out, and Severin is tossing the towel in, walking away. Shamrock wins the match. You know, for this type of stuff to be going on, it was pretty land changing. You know, with Shamrock being the Ultimate Fighting Champion and all that stuff, it was a different look into sports entertainment for them to pull this off. I really liked it. They would do it again next year with weapons. It's a hard match to pull off, but the right guys could do it. Michael Cole is backstage again with Stone Cold Steve Austin, saying he will do whatever it takes to remain the World Wrestling Federation champion. So, sixth match of the night is the no-holds-barred 2-on-1 tag title match. And, you know, Mick Foley comes out first, and then the Outlaws come out, pushing a dumpster full of weapons, tables, and all that kind of stuff in there. Mick Foley and Billy Gunn battle with chairs. They're dueling with chairs here. Mick gets double teamed quickly early on with cookie sheets. So the Outlaws, Road Dogg, Billy Gunn are bashing Mick Foley's skull in with a pair of cookie sheets. Picture that. I'll show you the photos after, like I said. By the way, let's get into this too. By August of '98, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it during the Rumble review. The Outlaws, you know, they weren't really on their game at that point in time. They had just been put together before, you know, the end of '97, going into '98. So their promo wasn't really that good in '97. Coming into the Garden at SummerSlam in '98, their promo before the match, the one we know so well, it was like that. It was spot on. It was awesome. It was the Outlaws of you know, you'll always remember the "oh, you didn't know" and all that stuff. It was one great promo. So, back to Mick Foley getting double teamed. So, I believe it was Road Dogg. He sets up a table in the corner of the ring. And Billy Gunn goes to hip toss Mankind through it. Mankind reverses, sends Billy through the table. And JR and King are acting like Mick Foley will actually win this thing. You know, Billy Gunn gets up fairly quickly, though. The Outlaws hit a double power bomb on two chairs stacked up. Foley keeps getting up here. He's not giving up. They hit a spike pile driver on the tag title to win the tag team championships here. And we got new tag team champions. The Outlaws now toss Mankind into the dumpster. And Kane, who never showed up to work, is now in the dumpster, and he attacks Mankind with a sledgehammer, pushing the dumpster out of the arena with Foley inside. So Kane has turned heel. Foley pretty much turns babyface after this night, which is kind of weird too, right? Because DX was a babyface group, and Mankind and Kane were pseudo heels. 7th match of the night. The Intercontinental Championship ladder match. Awesome. Awesome match. One thing I gotta mention here too. Before the match here, they don't do this anymore, but before the match started, we see them raising the title up. It's a visual I really miss seeing them do, like hanging the belt on the apparatus there and raising it up. I think it's just so cool. I think it started around WrestleMania 2000, where they said before the show they relinquished the titles from the Dudleys, and lo and behold, the titles are hanging above the ring. Very few times after that have we seen the titles raised up. I don't know why they do it or what's the point of it, but so Rocky works on Triple H's leg and knee earlier on. They showed a clip from Sunday Night Heat where Rock and Triple H and DX were all in the ring with the Nation. Rock takes the IC title, smashes it over Triple H's knee here, so we got our story going in that Triple H has a bump knee. So early on, Triple H tries to get a pedigree, but it's reversed onto the ladder. Henry tosses in a second ladder at this point. Rock is tossed outside the ring, and Triple H hits a baseball slide into the ladder, into the Rock's face. Rock's busted open. So Rock now slams Triple H onto a ladder, hits the people's elbow, and he then hits a rock bottom. This was still around the point in time where Rock was doing the, people's elbow as like a setup move or one of his signature moves. It wasn't quite his finisher yet. So Triple H hits a pedigree, but is blinded by Mark Henry by some sand or powder, whatever they called it here. So now Triple H is blinded. He's climbing the ladder. Rock's climbing the ladder at the same time. Chyna jumps up, low blows the Rock. Rock falls down. Triple H pulls down the IC title. Crowd erupts. Everyone is like waiting, and he finally pulls it down. The Garden erupted at that moment here, and huge pop. Great moment. DX comes out. This was a hell of a night for DX with X-Pac, the Outlaws, and Triple H all winning their matches. Huge moment here with DX all celebrating. Great match, great moment. So, we got exclusive footage of The Rock. He's cutting a promo on the Doctor, telling him to get the hell out of his locker room here. And he's cutting a promo on Triple H, saying he's still the People's Champ. You can't ever take that title away from me. I'm the People's Choice, the People's Champ. So, kind of like that, The Rock kind of turned face in the process as well. And we will see that coming up in the next couple of pay-per-views. Main event of tonight, the 8th match of the evening, the World Wrestling Federation Championship match. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Undertaker. So, this match does start out kind of fast-paced. Kane is seen in the aisleway. The guy who never showed up for work pops out of a dumpster, attacks his tag team partner, and now he wants to interfere in the main event. And he's sent backstage by The Undertaker. Go home, brother. So, Austin's on the apron of the ring. Undertaker chokeslams him from the outside back in for, I think, a 2 count here. Undertaker hits a leg drop through the Spanish announce table. And he's bringing Austin back in the ring for only a 2 count. Crazy. So, we get a double clothesline here, and when they get up, Austin hits the Thesz press. And this is like we get a botched stunner here. I think this was where it was supposed to end, or maybe it was supposed to hit another stunner. But it was a botched stunner. They like bump heads here. And if you listen to Austin's podcast, I believe he was knocked out at some point in this match. And they bumped heads pretty good here. Taker hits a chokeslam on Austin after that. Austin reverses the tombstone, tries for the stunner and gets hung up in the ropes. Taker goes for old school. Austin low blows him, hits the Stone Cold Stunner. 1, 2, 3. Austin retains the WWF Championship. And after the match, Austin is looking for the title. Taker's got the title. Taker hands Austin the belt. And Austin is like all confused here. I thought this match was okay. These guys might have had an off night, but things happen. It was still a good match. Kane and Taker are back in the aisleway looking on as Austin celebrates. I thought that was a cool moment as well. So, overall, this is one of my favorite SummerSlams. And I would definitely recommend it for you guys to go out and check this one out if you haven't already. Episode 10 will be Breakdown 1998. from September of '98. And, you know, it features the triple threat match between Austin, Taker, Kane. We got Owen versus Edge on there. Let's get into the photo up here, and we'll send this one home, guys. Comment down below if you enjoyed SummerSlam 98. I know I sure did. I'm out of breath here. So, here we go. You know, my first ever magazine. Still got it almost 20 years later. So here we got shots from the European title match. There's where he splashed Jim Corderas. He's wearing that. And check that out. That was the poster art for SummerSlam 98. I mean, that is just cool, man. They're destroying New York City for the highway to hell. Rent it, October 27th. So the oddities and the Kai and Tai here. There's the double chokeslam. Cool match. You know, the first couple of matches, it really took a lot for him to get going, but I think if they would have started, you know, along here, it would have been A+ pay-per-view. And the guitar shot, cutting Jarrett's hair. Sable and Edge. And Edge has a nice shot of Sable's behind. And the Lion's Den match. They took a full page for this. So, Shamrock countered the Boston Crab by climbing up the cage there, and he would reverse a armbar into the ankle lock. And that's a really cool shot. You know, Shamrock has won the battle. You know, there's these guys double teaming McFoley, winning the tag titles. The Spike pile driver on the title. Kane, who never showed up to work. Like I said, subscribe to the channel, guys. We got more coming for you. One of my favorite Triple H matches. Maybe moments more than match. And Austin versus The Undertaker. There's Taker handing Austin the belt after the match. He's all confused. There's the low blow which led up to the final stunner. And, you know, they did a really good job in this. There's the leg drop through the Spanish announce table. We'll talk to you later. Peace.